Welcome. I'm going to have you introduce yourself.
Great. Hi, I'm Kenneth. I am a senior manager with Frame.
Okay. Would be good maybe to share with the folks who are watching a little bit about Frame, the work that you do, maybe specific to digital health.
Yeah. So Frame is a small business and technology company, and we are mapping humanity. And so by that, our goal is to allow our partners, our stakeholders to zoom in anywhere in the world and see what people look like, what their characteristics are, their behaviors, attitudes, sentiments, all down to a neighborhood level. So for us, that's a 1 square kilometer level. And we do that through machine learning, basically, right? Combining all that data through our machine learning software.
So I got to ask Kenneth about climate and health. This is a big topic of the conference this year. What is Frame doing specific to climate and health? And I'm guessing some mapping efforts.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is really demonstrate how much insight is lost at the community level and how there's this huge gap in existing models looking at climate change and the effect that's going to have on something like how a disease might spread through a vector like a bat for Ebola or through mosquito for malaria. So the existing models show how that vector habitat is changing over time and is likely to change. What we don't have is people's sentiments, people's behaviors in those communities. So do people know how to prevent Ebola transmission? Do they know, what's important to do if malaria comes to their area? Do they have access to healthcare? Things like that are the real things, the real levers we have to move at this point to ensure their health in the future.
It's got to be hard, right? There are a lot of challenges that you're facing in that journey. Do you want to talk about some of the biggest ones that you're up against, especially related to the climate and health, and then maybe anything you're excited about?
Yeah. I mean, challenges are, I think the biggest one is that it's hard to think that granularly. So, bringing in this level of information, right? We're producing data about people and tons of data, up to hundreds of indicators at a time. And across an entire country at the 1 square kilometer level, it's a lot to ingest. And I think that's where we are right now is trying to help stakeholders think geospatially, think locally. We talk a lot about community-led development. No, it's not, and it can be a little overwhelming to have that breadth of data. So it's all about using it, right, and bringing in modeling and decision making tools with it.
And then what are you most excited about? What gets you up in the morning? Why might you be optimistic about the work that you're doing specific to climate and health?
It's a great question. It's a big question. I think I'm most excited in that there's I think having this level of insight about people is just absolutely game changing. I think that there's so much we've been missing by looking at aggregated data, national data, even data at a county level or something like that. People are so nuanced, and there's so much heterogeneity within a community, within a neighborhood. With people living right next door, and the power of unlocking that is just it has incredible potential, right? To like truly tailor our programming, our outreach, our advocacy, and our resource allocation, right? Getting resources to respond to climate change to those who need it most. And I think that's what excites me most is to give kind of a voice to those or support that voice getting out there.
My last question for you is, where can folks find a bit more about Frame, and are there any specific projects you're especially excited about that we can point people towards?
Yeah, I mean, frame.io, right? Our website is a great resource of information. And I think the work we've done that I've really had the most enjoyment on is our COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy work. So I think there's a lot of information we have online about that, but it was a really incredible initiative where we mapped the drivers of vaccine hesitancy across 10 different countries in sub-Saharan Africa and provided that data to anyone who was working on improving vaccine uptake in those countries. And so it's a use case where we had a ton of different users and saw really, really powerful impact on increasing COVID-19 vaccine uptake in those countries.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by the booth, for being able to talk a bit about the climate and health work that y'all are doing at Frame. We wish you a wonderful luck in that endeavor, and looking forward to having a great conference with you. All right, take care.